green means go, and of course away they go. We take a look at this redemption round. There's a lot more than just a couple of points to be redeemed here for a lot of these teams. You can see that, wow, is that Andreas Backer? That's JBXE out in front. That's the best start that they have had all weekend long. They have to be excited about that. They've had a lot of issues with their car, of course. At this point, X44 slides right in there behind. Actually, there's some battling going on behind them. There's some hay bales, and at that point in time, what happened in regards to your point respecting that slow zone?
And then there's...
And then,
oh, wow!
That was a first. We were up close and personal for that one.
We sure were.
This is a long shot. This is a long shot, but hear me out, Coley. We know that it was a 30-second penalty for disregarding that slow zone. Was that a tactic for JBX to just get out, get past it, get flying? Because at that point, 30 seconds, they can get some points.
Okay, there is an argument. We've had this before in other sports where you jump the start and that you maybe get 2 penalties, but if you jump the start by enough, you know the advantage is significant. I don't think they would have done that. What's interesting to me is all 4 cars are under investigation, so why don't we just ignore it, because I reckon they're all going to get the same penalty and we can have a good race. What do you think?
Cheers to that. Let's do it, except for X44. One thing to know with that JBXC, of course, we had mentioned that they've been only in redemption rounds this year with an 8th, a 10th, and a 9th. So taking the win of a redemption round is absolutely a win that they're willing to take.
Definitely, against good opposition in very tricky conditions. It will be a big confidence boost for them. What's interesting is Katie has taken nearly 2.5 seconds off Hozos in about 4 or 5 waypoints. So when they get out the other side of these waypoints, expect Katie Munnings to continue to chase down JBXE. Every championship point counts, we know that. Look at this. It's walking pace and sideways. You can understand why McConnell ended up in the wall. And there is the I was going to say,
I do think he slid down there.
Yeah.
I think he made some moves, but not by his choice.
What a mess. So on board with Katie Munnings now. There, she releases the car. So what was it? 7.5 is the gap to Hozos. Innova Hyperdrive still remains for our top 2 drivers. Anderson has just used hers, so both these drivers have an Innova Hyperdrive. Oh, well, uses the rear clamshell. Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Bit of weight off the car there. Yeah, 7.2 the gap. Hozos is responding, but look at the mud here. Anything can happen here. It's so slippery. Half a lap to go.
It's slippery, it's muddy, it's sticky. It is something that those wheels, to try and find any kind of traction, any kind of grip for these drivers right now, all they're doing is just holding on to the wheel to make sure they can get it to the finish line.
Manage your pace. We're going to hyperdrive out of 19. Hyperdrive out
so we're hearing hyperdrive out of gate 19. And I think that's going to be Katie Munnings. So wait, so no, Hozos gone. Maybe it's Hozos on the radio that we can hear then. Where's Munnings uses hers as well. So try and look at that as the extra power comes in. Munnings is fighting with the wheel. The gap's 5.8 seconds. Katie Munnings trying to get back to Hozos. Just a couple of corners to go. She pops up over that crest in the background. The Norwegian driver, teammate to Andreas Backer, making his competition debut this weekend. He's out front. Here comes Munnings on the brakes late now. How late can she dare to go? The gap's still 5.4. It's all 4 wheels locked up. It's not going to be enough. Hozos crests over the right-hander. She's going to come down the hill now, flick the JBXE machine across the line. It's a win in the redemption race, and it is a bit of redemption after a very tough start for the season. JBXE take the redemption race for Backer and Hozos, and a big sigh of relief. Well, bagpipes to see the cars off the line for the last race here from Scotland on the inside line. Matthias Ekstrom, everybody uses Noah Hyperdrive off the line. Kevin Hansen trying to shut the door on Ekstrom. Tanner Fowles come out wide. Is he going to get the cutback? Bit of contact. Kevin Hansen gets the whole shot first. Christopherson sideways, trying to come around the outside line. He's got the inside. Bit of contact between him and Ekstrom. Tanner Fowles passes Christopherson. Now on the brakes, everybody into the slow zone. Side by side, and we can all just have a little breath. It is ultra. Oh, no. So that is.
Yikes.
Whose on board was that? That's Rosberg again. This was Christopherson, had no vision. Look at them sliding down sideways. That's the McLaren. 58 is the McLaren. Look at Christopherson, full opposite lock at less than 30 kilometers an hour, and he cannot see. He rolled the car yesterday. He's wildly on the washers.
And go full throttle at this point. This is it. They can't see. They go for it.
Gotta go. You gotta go. Okay. This is for the win. This is for the win. So brilliant job. Kevin Hansen out front from Veloce has a clear screen and clear track in front of him, but he's going to be the first to discover any of those super slippery braking zones. Look at your car again.
McLaren, the visibility for them is so poor, is so awful. But who is not affected by this is Kevin Hansen in the Veloce car. That is the perk of getting out in front the exact way that they did it, and that's the reason it's so important.
There's the difference in all 4 those cars looking further back in the pack. Kevin Hansen's on board would look completely different to that. Oh, the wipers are off on the Rosberg car. I think they're crossed over on the screen. So they are.
Johan Kristoffersen, that was his issue yesterday, with the fact he flipped because he lost visibility. Knowing that this is another issue for him today, does that play a role in his first ever role?
Yeah, it was his first ever roll yesterday, wasn't it? That is a disaster for Kristoffersen. Now, if those wipers are not working, he's not going to be able to see anything until he gets to the switch zone. Trying to line up a pass here, coming up the outside line. You see all locked up, Ekstrom on the inside. Tanner Faust goes all the way around the outside in the Neon McLaren. That is a brilliant pass by Tanner Faust, passing around the outside on that gravel section. Just found a bit more grip. 2.6 seconds the lead, so how is he hanging on to the back of Kevin Hansen when he can't see where he's going? Tanner Faust is absolute best with a brilliant pass on an amazing drive. He passed Ekstrom. Look, coming down now, they're going to go into the switch zone. Look at this pass. This was Tanner Faust on Ekstrom, and he just pitches the car around the outside. I don't know where he found the extra grip from, or if Ekstrom was struggling, whatever. It was a great, look at this. On the inside, Ekstrom's on the handbrake trying to rotate it. To his right, there's Tanner. Has some of that. I'll squeeze through there, thank you. I'm really impressive.
Such a brilliant move.
Yeah, it was. It's fantastic.
Really was a great move. As a reset here, we have Kevin Hansen here, and first with the Veloce car. Of course, Tanner Faust right behind him. Matthias Ekstrom is showing up here, and I think, again, Coley, one thing to keep in mind is the Acciona Sainz car just a bit ago wasn't working. It wasn't able to run.
Oh, McLaren sliding wide. Gilmore just sliding a little bit deep in that right-hander. Should be early on the brakes. Straight away again, you're on board with Laya Sands. Look at the screen. She can't see anything. She can't see. Look at Sands gritting her teeth. Bottom left of your screen. Terrible conditions for the final here.
The RXR windshield wipers are still not working, so that's another thing. They only could clean off all that they could for Michaela. They're battling side by side, Laya Sands and Michaela, and yet at the same time, both of them, cannot seem to see.
So she tried to make the pass, got on the inside line. She can just see the lights. This is where Kristoffersen rolled yesterday, and they've gone round. Was that contact between them? So Laya Sands has gone round now. They crash head-on into each other. They can't see where they're going. They're both looking, trying to get the car in. Olin Kotlinski reverses round. Laya Sands wanted to whip the car around and can't. They contact again between them. Absolute nightmare.
And Michaela got around her. That was a bit of a carousel to get around her.
Was the contact what got the pass, though, Katie?
Wait.
Oh. And now will it not turn in or broken? Sands
or
gets
maybe
back
both.
through.
Or maybe both. At this point in time, this is an incident where it might be broken. They maybe can't see, and they're perhaps sliding. And those three issues combined.
And Sorensen's come through. So Sorensen's come through. I didn't even see where Sorensen has come back through. And so okay, they're miles out the back now. There's all sorts of problems going out the back. This is back at the front. Got the instant slow zone speeding. That's all under investigation. We're hearing no further action for the slow zone. That's good stuff. So this is a race at least for the finish, but it's a two-car race, isn't it now? And they could just take a little reset through these slow zones.
Don't worry about behind. Just chase her down. Take the inside lane on the turn so you're not getting hit by her mud so much.
Great insight by Tanner. And of course, you mentioned the fact that this is kind of like a co-driver in rally. Both Emma and Tanner have that rally experience, so much so that they can do that coaching. They know what to be telling the other driver to say, hey, look, chill, calm down. This is what it is.
Yeah, Emma's been rallying an R5 car at Rally 2, as they're known now, out in New Zealand. She's a hell of a rally driver. She had a four-wheel drive Suzuki, which was more to New Zealand rally regs in previous seasons, but she certainly knows how to wheel on the handbrake. Loved what Tanner said, keep it inside so you don't get roosted. Disaster, isn't it, for Acciona Sainz and RXR with the spin and the contact. You've got to try and make a pass, but there's just so little visibility. Oh, the Veloce is going slowly. And we've got a yellow flag zone. We've got another yellow. We've got another yellow flag zone. So who's parked? It must. Why is it a slow zone? Where's the car parked? We didn't see. As far as we can see from timing, everybody's continuing round. That may be that's where the. Oh no, it's on the right-hand side, was it? Okay, it doesn't matter. They're out of it. There it is. It's the RXR is parked. They've retired at the side of the track, so they put a slow zone in, and that's why. So back to the front of Veloce.
Yeah, you can see Molly Taylor doing all she can to keep that car in one piece. Doing a great job, in fact, keeping it clean. McLaren just a little bit further behind now with 5 seconds. They were 3 seconds just a bit ago before that slow zone.
Fighting for grip.
As McLaren is coming down, you can see that this This is where the final, this is what would be the checkered flag. Veloce with their extremely clean car in comparison to any of the others. As we were talking about, this is one of those finish line finishes that I just think that everyone's going to take one big, deep breath. That Veloce is the big winner here.
Look at the relief on their faces. They got to turn one first. They kept the screen clear. Top step of the podium for Kevin Hansen and Molly Taylor. But those are some of the worst conditions I think we've ever seen. Look at that. Actually, on the science, that's off down in the slow zone again. The rescue guys can't even get up over the bales. She's okay. Elias Hans is okay. Viva Veloce. They take the win here at round 4 in Scotland. Champagne sprays for everyone. They're all soaked already. This time, though, with a slightly sweeter taste in the Scottish rain. It's been a bit of a wild ride.